It's gonna be fine.
Welcome to episode 46 of It's No Secret Podcast Live. We are your hosts, Sharis, Bianca Rose, and Teresa. Say hello, ladies.
Hello.
Hello.
¿Cómo están?
Estoy muy bien.
Yay, look at you speaking in Spanish.
That Duolingo is paying off.
Is it because you left me hanging in Duolingo?
I left you hanging in Duolingo French.
Oh, okay. My
Pardon.
bad. That's different. That's different. How are you guys, though?
Doing so good.
So good.
So good.
So good. It's another Wednesday.
It's another Wednesday.
And this time it's Halloween week, ladies.
It is.
Do you guys like Halloween? Are you guys into Halloween?
I used to be more into it than I am now.
Yeah.
I want to get back into it, but life is lifing.
Amen.
I've become more of like a glorified observer of Halloween. I love like watching everybody like have their costumes and like all the Halloween movies and looking at pictures that are posted doing Halloween things.
Yeah.
I love watching people do it, but
Okay.
I'm not as into it.
I too used to be into it a lot more when I was like younger. I think I'm just old and tired now. So speaking of being old and tired, we always start with our highs and lows, right? So if any of you guys are already watching us on our Facebook, our Instagram, or our YouTube live, first of all, hi.
Hello.
Welcome back because you were
Welcome
probably here
back.
last week. Uh, and welcome to anyone who wasn't here last week. But if you guys are watching us, make sure you guys join us in the chat and share your highs and lows with us in the chat so that we can share them with everybody else.
Yes.
Um,
Oh wait, hold on, because we gotta say we've been trying to get some more interactions on our comments, and let me just stress this: that our comments we can only share them when they are on Facebook or YouTube. So our Instagram viewers, if you have not already, please go follow us on YouTube and like our Facebook page. Get on there so that you can join the conversation with us in real time.
yes, please.
It just is more
And
fun.
thank you.
It is more fun that way. They kind of make our show for us. They make or break us. So hopefully they'll join into the conversation. All right. So for our highs and lows, we always start with our lows. So Shari, you want to kick us off?
My low. Um,
My low.
Yeah, I don't even know where to begin. It's been it's been rather interesting. I would say my low for this week honestly was just like I was not feeling well. It was a
Mm.
I just was like in and out of sickness.
Mm.
Um I threw up all in my car last Thursday. Like it's just been like
Ah,
I'm sorry, you threw up in your
you're up in the
car?
car?
if that was like a moment I wish I could have shared, but I wasn't gonna share. But like it was a horrible moment. And yeah, so at like 10 o'clock at night, 10:15 at night, I'm literally outside with a hot bucket of water, like cleaning out the car, cleaning off the outside. It was a mess. When I tell you
Oh,
it was a
no.
mess.
That's the worst, and especially do you have carpet? Or,
Yeah, but it didn't it was just the door. So that was even worse because it was like all in the nooks
like,
and
in the
crannies.
crevices of every
Yes, in
button
the
and things
door.
like that?
Girl.
And yeah, it was just a mess. And like, so my stomach was just really upset for about a week. I probably woke up today feeling the best I had felt in a week.
Mm.
So
You lost a couple pounds from throwing up everything?
I actually
Ah,
have lost
life
a
hack.
couple pounds, but we're not going to talk about that just yet until I hit my goal.
I could see a difference.
Oh, just gaslight me, why don't you, Bianca?
That's what we're here for. No, I'm just kidding.
But yeah,
Man.
so that just sucked. But B, what about you?
Um, I was gonna say that my low was I had accidentally left my purse in my coworker's car, and I didn't realize until like 2 hours after she left because I work later. And I'm like, where's I? If y'all know me, I lose a lot of shit. I lose my phone. I lose my water bottles. Like I lose a lot of shit. The fact that I lost a purse with all my belongings and identity, panicking. But that was gonna be my low, except my low happened last night.
Mm.
So I was like in the middle of sleeping and I heard like this bang right outside my window, like my apartment. And so I get up and nosy me, I gotta look out the blinds, what's going on. So I
She's gonna
open
be
up
the
the
one that dies
blind.
first.
Yeah. So I'm over here in this corner opening up the blinds. And as soon as I open up the blinds, there's a flash and another like bang, like an explosion. So apparently, like someone had crashed into a power line right outside the apartment complex and knocked the entire power out for the
Oh,
apartment. So I
no.
hear everything like shut down and I'm waiting for the power to kick back on. But instead, what kicks on is the emergency evacuation alarm for the entire complex.
Mm.
And so that starts blaring.
Well, at least you
And
were up for that though, because I think that would have scared me more if I was asleep. Like,
Yes.
yeah, so I'm like, well, we practice fire drills in school. We practice fire drills at work. We don't do that for apartments. So I don't go outside. I go to the balcony, and I'm looking down at my neighbor below me. I look above the neighbor above me, and we're all over here with a flashlight. We're like, are we supposed to evacuate? What are we doing? And we're over here, none of us moving. All of us would have been dead.
I'm pretty sure being on the balcony is not the safest thing if there is
Probably
a
not,
fire.
but yeah, I'm not the only stupid one. So there's a sense of community in stupidity. So all of us decided
Oh
to
my god.
go outside and actually evacuate. So we had to like get all of our pets and we had to go outside. The outside alarms are even louder. So I'm like in pajamas, no bra. Like I lucky I grabbed a jacket. I have like some sandals, not realizing that the cold front came in and it's like 2 in the morning and all of us are standing outside with our pets. Alarm is blaring. We were out there till 5 in the morning. So we were out there for a few hours before they like
Jeez.
got everything under control and the alarm to like go off for us to go inside.
mm,
It
mm,
went off again like an hour or so later, just as like a break in the switch or something like that. It
Yeah.
just started going off, but a short amount of time. So I got little to no sleep. It was the worst night
Oh,
ever.
that sucks.
Yeah.
yeah.
So
And
that was my low.
I just wanted to say though, in honor of it being spooky week, Teresa totally nominated you to die first in the scary movie instead of me. So I just wanted to thank her for that.
I mean,
Well,
she's
considering
going
that I
out
have
on
no
the
survival
balcony.
skills,
I'm like,
considering today.
She's going out on balconies when there's a
Yeah, I was like,
possible
considering I
fire.
have no survival
But
skills.
normally I'd go first, so I'm totally, I'm totally okay with that.
You'd go first for other reasons, my
I'm just
friend.
saying.
I got you beat on this one because all
Right.
of us were stupid. What about you two? What was your low for the week?
My low for this week is that I feel like everybody I know right now is just going through some shit.
Mm,
Myself included. Not like major shit or anything like that, but like I feel like everyone is just it's like a lull right now. Like there's nothing really good going on for
mm,
anyone like that I'm consistently around, I should say,
mm.
which is not a lot of people. I can count them on one hand. But like, you know what I mean? Like it just feels like it almost makes me sad that like damn, like
Yeah.
I feel like my picker for my friends is pretty damn good, you know, at least for the friends that I've kept around. And it makes me sad that like nothing good is really happening right now for a lot of people.
Mm,
And so I'm like, man, and you know, we're approaching like holiday seasons and stuff. This is when people should start like, you
mhm.
know,
That seasonal depression starts hitting around this time. So I
yeah.
think that like to switch, to go to a lighter mode, that's why we need to do those highs and lows because
Mhm.
times like this we really do need to find something to be grateful for.
Don't mind me. I have something in my fucking eye right now and it's driving me insane. Anyway, to your point though, let's switch over to our highs.
Yeah, Roger said, "If you're sad, I'm sad."
Oh,
He's an empath.
he's an empath. Oh, Shar, what's your high?
My high for this week was actually last Wednesday. I don't know. Was that my high last week? My mom came home.
Yes.
That was it. Well,
Mhm.
that's just been my high because talk about having something to be grateful for. Um, we've actually been spending a lot of time together. Like her bedroom wasn't really set up for her to like sleep in, giving the surgery that she had. So she's been staying in the room with me, and like it's just been
Mm.
nice to just like have mommy daughter time and just
Mm,
watch shows and kind of reconnect. We were, I don't know, kind of drifting for a while there. So it's been nice to just like have her. So I've been like joking with her every day when I come home or like I'm leaving. I'm like, okay, bye, Rumi. I'll be back. Like,
Aw, that's cute.
so it's just been nice to just, you know, enjoy some mommy time
I love that.
with her. Yeah.
Aw,
Those are good
that's
moments
so
to have.
cute. Yeah, it is.
Yeah. And you know, of course, it always takes something bad to happen to just be reminded of things and be
Unfortunately.
grateful. Yes,
Yeah.
you know, but it's like just like Bianca just said, like finding those things to be grateful for, right? Like totally grateful that everything is good and she's on the road to recovery, and but yeah, just being able to spend that time with her has been really nice.
Well, that's good.
That's good.
Shout out to mom.
Yes.
I'm
What
glad
about
she's
you,
fine.
V? What's been your sunshine?
My high this week was that I actually went to Dallas,
Mm.
and spent the weekend there. I went and ended up going to like Fright Fest at Six Flags there, and I haven't been to Six Flags since I was probably in school on a field trip.
Aw.
And yeah, so it's been a
I
minute, like
that was
not even
that
a
long
month here.
ago.
Thank you.
Years.
No, it was fun, and I got to get on like roller coasters, which I haven't done in years. Turns out my back is hurting because now I'm like, no, I'm
She
feeling
is
it now.
getting old.
Yeah, I'm getting old. It was fun in the moment. We were getting on all the rides. We're like, fuck yeah, do it again. But now
Yeah.
I'm like, oh God, it's
Whiplash.
hurting. It's
Whiplash.
hurting. I need an icy hot or something.
Aw.
But the entire weekend was good. The weather was nice. It was a fun time.
Good. Good, good, good.
Mm.
My
So
high, ironically, it's funny, I laughed inside when Shari said Bianca, what's your sunshine? Because my sunshine is that the sun is going away. We got a cold front
Mhm.
that came through. The weather's been amazing. I feel like I'm back home with the weather right now because it feels like San Francisco cold weather.
What's the weather, Sharice?
Well, she don't live in San Francisco.
Well,
We're
and
like
not
over
only
there.
that, we were getting cold and it was raining, and then today we peaked at 80. So it's
Oh,
just
yeah, no.
backwards.
My nipples were hard the whole day
We
today.
didn't even do that today.
Mhm,
Yeah, like
mhm.
it was like 50 something in the morning when I left the house. I was like, "Oh, this is amazing."
Yeah,
Yep.
that was the crazy part. It was 54 this morning when I left, and everybody was like, "It's so cold, it's so cold." I literally had on a jacket and my puff coat this morning,
Oh, wow.
and then I was like, "Yeah, but it's gonna hit 80." And my coworker was like, "Really?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's gonna peak today." And then like literally everybody's like half undressed by the end of the day at work because it's burning up. Like, yeah,
That's usually how it is here, like, if we do
Yeah,
have a cool morning and then it's, like, fucking 90 degrees later.
yeah, but
So
luckily this whole week there's a cold front that's sticking, so,
mm.
I'm so excited.
So that might be my high next week too. But that's my high, and then today, one of my nieces turned 30. I know that ages me, but still,
Aw.
it's her dirty 30 today. It's not so dirty for her because she's pregnant, but,
I mean, she got pretty dirty.
it got dirty before, so, yeah. But yeah, happy birthday to my Vic. She's 30 years old now.
Wow.
Fuck. That's scary.
Mhm.
Talking about Halloween, that's fucking scary.
yes.
Real quick, we had some comments on our Instagram over here. Michelle was talking about Bianca's story about her stealing her purse. And she did tell everyone that that Michelle stole her bag.
Yeah, everyone, like, between me and Michelle know that I left my purse in the car, but to literally anybody else, I've told that she stole my purse and I had to sleep in my car at work because I couldn't start it or, get into my apartment, so
No, you told me you walked home.
Oh, yeah, 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 depending on who you ask, the story might be a little bit different, so
It's like, no, you told me you walked home.
I'm
Uh,
not a reliable witness.
and then Michelle also said that she heard Mercury's in retrograde. I always say that the wrong way, so I almost said it the wrong way again. I usually say Mercury's in Gatorade,
Yep,
but
in the microwave.
it's in retrograde. I feel like it's always in retrograde. Like, when is it not in retrograde? When can we know those days?
We came out of
Yeah,
it for a while.
Okay. But she
I
said that
mean,
doesn't excuse people being assholes.
that's right. Just because 'cause you're an asparagus don't mean that it's your entire personality.
Yeah, no. But yeah, that was my high and our comments. But sticking to our Halloween
Oh,
theme.
hold on, wait, because Cass, in, Facebook, she said her high was that my coworker surprised me with an unexpected gift and a letter of appreciation. Really made her
Aw,
day. I
Aw.
love that.
it's always nice to be appreciated or to feel appreciated.
Exactly. Mhm.
We need more of that.
Mhm.
Be vocal. Tell
Yeah,
someone you appreciate them.
please. I know it's supposed to be a scary
And
theme.
Ung says it's big boy season, so it's his time to shine.
Big boy
Ooh.
season. Yeah, unfortunately, my chats are not coming through right now from our other platforms, so I'm gonna rely on the ladies here to keep me updated on those. But for today, we wanted to stick to the Halloween theme, but still keep it grown up and, something that people can kind of involve themselves in as far as the conversation goes. And so when I think about something that might have like a spooky metaphor to it, we actually thought about a lot of stuff that we could possibly come up with, but I think that we kind of landed on a really good one. And the way that I want to bring this one in is that, like, sometimes the ghosts in our lives are not necessarily just people. They're also like choices, memories that we've had, moments that we thought we maybe outgrew and didn't. Um, but here they are. They show up again, right? Ready to kind of remind us of who we were or who we still are in a lot of cases. So keeping with our spooky metaphor kind of theme going on, we want to dive into the past a little bit and talk about the things in the past that haunt us now. Um, so I'm going to go ahead and open up the floor to the ladies. And just when you hear even just that phrase, like the past that haunts you, what is the first thing you guys honestly think about?
Regret.
I was just getting ready to say that. A lot of regret.
It's got to be a regret.
Okay, why regret though? Why is that the first thing that comes to mind?
I, I think both of us were.
Go ahead.
I'm finding it.
If I did it, I'm getting there.
No,
Getting there.
I feel like when something haunts us, it's because we're always looking back. We're always like with the what ifs. Haunting is something like you can't really see, but you can feel. So I feel like that you kind of get that with regret. It's always that what if. You don't know that other outcome, so you're not sure what it is that you're referencing. It's just that what could have been, and so that kind of always lingers in the back.
Okay.
Yeah,
Shar, why did you think of regret?
I don't know. I mean, I think that's the only thing that. And for me, I like to think that I'm not a person that has like a lot of regret because I feel like the things that have happened have all had certain outcomes and like I'm okay with that, you know?
Mm.
But there are like a few things in life that like I do regret. And like those things are like they constantly stick with me. It's like gut wrenching. It's a different like you said, like you feel it. It's totally different. Um yeah. So I don't know. I just think like that's somehow that it the haunting part, it's somehow it always resurfaces. It
Mm-hmm.
always comes back. It finds a way to remind you of that moment or whatever it
That
was.
word.
Like it's constantly there.
Yeah. I agree with you guys completely with the whole regret thing. I think that was a great way to explain like a past that haunts you. I also think that another good word for it is guilt in some cases as well. Maybe that's just for me. But like guilt also plays a big part in some of the things that I think come back to haunt me because of something that Bianca mentioned, which is the what if, or what if I had done this instead of that, or what if I had made this choice instead of that choice. Those kinds of things definitely kind of creep up.
Oh,
And I think those ones that I do feel guilt with are the ones that haunt me a little bit more
mm.
than just regret.
Um,
Yeah, I totally agree with that.
uh, Becky Flowers on Facebook said a lot of things to regret, but you can't change the past. You can only dictate your future.
Mm, mom hitting us with a deep one right from the beginning. Yeah. What so like do you guys think that some of the things that haunt us from our past haunt us because we never took accountability for it? Or is it because we already did and we just can't let go of it?
Ooh.
I mean, I think just speaking from my personal experience, like the things that haunt me is like taking accountability for it, but there's nothing I can do to go back and fix it. And like
Mm,
not just because simple like it's in the past and you can't change it. Like for me, my biggest regret is like the relationship that the status of the relationship that me and my dad had at the time that he passed away. Um so it's like yeah, in that moment it was fine, but
mhm.
it was fine because of obvious reasons, right? But like those in-depth conversations never really took place. It was more like it's okay, I forgive you, let's move forward, versus like having those conversations that needed to be had, right? And obviously
Yeah.
they don't matter. I mean, they do matter to me because I'm still here, you know, but and they weren't important in the moment, but
Mm-hmm.
I think like it's still gonna always find a way to resurface, no matter what, in that type
Yeah.
of situation, because I've accepted it, but I can't necessarily deal with it the way I want to deal with it, like head on.
Mm. Real quick, Fuzzy Bunny on our YouTube said, guilt or regret or shame or remorse are strong building blocks that can build who we become.
Hmm.
It is true. Think of it as, I mean, sticking to the Halloween theme again, right? Think of it as like Frankenstein, right? We take pieces of experiences that we've gone through and put them all together to make who we are now. And so, like, I've mentioned this in other episodes before, like, I'm a firm believer of everything happens for a reason. And so, although do have some regret on some things that unfortunately I can't control and or have guilt, it still has molded me into who I am today. So, like, how much can I actually regret it? Or you know what I mean? Like, who would I be if that didn't happen the way that it did? Like, who fucking knows? You'll never know.
I think for me, when you ask, like, is it because we never took accountability, or is it because you did and you can't let it go? I think I lean more heavily towards the latter, because in my head, like a haunting, what is being haunted? It's something that can't move on. It can't go to the
Mhm.
next life. So you can't let go of something. I can acknowledge it all I want. I can take accountability, but taking accountability doesn't mean that I don't regret or I'm not feeling guilty of it. I think a lot of the things that haunt me are just things that I keep bringing up to myself. It's my own sword that I hold to my chest.
Mm. And why do you think you do that though?
Let's talk to my therapist about it.
We are your therapist.
On Wednesdays, we are.
On Wednesdays.
Yeah.
No, I think just not being able to let it go, because if I want to be my own devil's advocate, I would like to think that I don't want to let it go because I can always use it as a reference point. Like, can I use this as a lesson learned? But sometimes it can almost limit me in some aspect too, that it makes me fear of it happening again. So I
I
think
was
there's
literally just
more
gonna
like
say that.
flexibility that it can, end up negative both ways.
Yeah. It's a blessing and a curse
Mhm.
because yes, you learn and grow from it, but if you hold on too tight, then you don't get past it.
Mhm.
And so, like, how can you truly grow from something if you're still holding on that tight, or if you're still feeling regret, or if you're still feeling guilty? Like, have we truly grown if these things are still haunting
Yeah.
us?
And I think it also plays into the fact of how much value you put into that scenario
Mhm.
or into those thoughts. So,
Okay, so I'm going to ask you guys a serious question then. What do you think is something in your past that haunts you the most? And I can start. I can start with mine because for me, the thing in my past that haunts me the most was when I made the decision to switch to a job where I was going to be traveling all the time and I had to send my kids away. You know, did I enjoy that time? Sure. Did I learn a lot from that job and doing the things that I did? Absolutely. But looking back at what I went through with that job and everything that happened after the fact, I regret making that decision because I lost time with my kids that I can't get back.
mm,
And that to this day, because I'm a halfway across the country co-parenter, you know, it makes me appreciate the time that I have with my kids a little bit more, but it also like it's a huge eye opener that bitch, you ain't getting that time back.
mhm,
Like it's over, it's done. I can't go back and change that.
mm,
And so that's the biggest one for me,
mm.
for sure.
Becky on Facebook says we're going too deep. Maybe we're going 6 feet deep.
We're trying, mom. No, just kidding. What about you guys? What is that thing in your past that haunts you the most?
I think for me, it's been a lot of the times when I have put others before me, even if it put my safety at risk, my mental health at risk. Um,
Mm,
and it's not a general statement. This is when I was going through some legal things that I kept putting other people's emotions and opinions and wants and needs above mine, but it was literally killing me both inside and outside. And I still
man,
struggle with that to this day. I've gotten better, but it was a very dark time for me.
that's that hits home
Mm,
for me
definitely.
because I think, I mean, especially at my ripe age, I've definitely been through some shit, where I feel like everyone goes through it in life where they put everybody else before themselves. No, you're right, Shar. Not
Not
everyone,
everybody. You have
but like
truly selfish people in the world.
for the non-selfish people of the world, I feel like we all kind of go through those phases, right? And it's usually when we're a little more inexperienced. I won't say younger because people can experience a lot
Mm,
of shit at a very young age. But when we're a little bit more inexperienced, we tend to lean on making other people happy before us.
mhm.
And it's hard to get out of that if you are that type of person or are going through that type of thing. So the fact that you can say that's in your past is a good thing.
Yeah.
And that you're working on it still.
Yeah.
What about you, Shar? What would you say is the biggest thing that haunts you from your past?
Um, I would honestly say I think it's the situation with my dad. Like both of you touched on like things that I like could have said, but um I think it's just that. I think for me it was the lesson of holding grudges.
Mm,
Um was it's the hardest pill to swallow because again, I can't go back and fix it.
Mhm.
I didn't have the time.
Yeah.
mhm.
Yeah. It
And
was
those, I can see why that haunts you because those things we can't control,
Yeah.
right? Like when we lose someone that way, we can't get that time back. We can't.
Mm,
That's why, like, I try to live in the mode, especially now, because I've lost a lot of people in my life. But like, I, especially now, try to live in a state of like appreciation. Like, let's give people their flowers while they're still here.
mhm.
Why are we mad? Why are we fighting over some stupid shit? You know what I mean? Like that if something was to happen tomorrow, we wouldn't even give a fuck about this anymore.
Yeah.
right.
And so, yeah, that's a tough one, Char. That's hard. D- Do you guys think that it's worse to be haunted by something you did or something you didn't do?
Both. I think that's a I think that that can be equal. It just really depends on the situation. Um, because I think they both leave you with regret, right?
Mm,
The what
Yeah.
ifs, the all of that. So it's like it doesn't. I don't think either way matters, honestly.
Mm,
I think for me, it's things that I didn't do. Um, Especially because, like, if I did do it, then I can acknowledge it. I can take accountability. I can reference the outcome of what happened when I did. When it's things that I didn't do, and I'm also considering, someone assuming that I didn't do these things or that I did something that I didn't do and it's out of my control, that it's kind of like, no, I you didn't give me a chance. You chose that for me. You made that decision for me. I always joke sometimes that if someone thinks that I'm a bad person, why should I be a good person then? Because you already made that decision for me. So it's kind of like, no, let me prove you right. But a lot of the times you don't get to have that opportunity to correct it. So a lot of the times what haunts me is things that I didn't do or got accused of doing when it was
Mm.
false.
Yeah,
So that's more.
Roger agreed with you. He said things that he didn't do.
Mm. But is that more something you didn't do, or were those situations more someone else's just perception?
Could be both. I can think
Yeah.
of times when it's been both, where it's like, regret, I didn't do this. Like, I didn't take the job that was out of Texas. And if you know me, I've always wanted to move outside of Texas, and I didn't do that. Then there are times where a person accused me of doing something that I didn't do. And it's like, you made that decision for me. There's no explanation or reasoning that I can give that's going to make you change your mind. And that's something that you're going to hold against me. So both things have been experienced.
Yeah. I go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, like, I think when we're saying like things that you didn't do and things that you did do, it just depends on the context of the story, right?
Mhm.
Because I can say like, oh, I've done this, so yeah, I've done it, I've experienced it, right? Why regret it? Because I've either learned or lived, whatever whatever the outcome was of that. But for me, when I think of like something that I did do, it's like holding that grudge, right?
Mm,
That
Yeah.
didn't do me any good. What good did that do me? So I think that's why I said it, for me, it could go both ways,
mm,
because I'm not thinking about something I did that, I could fix. It was something I did that I couldn't.
Right. And really, if you think about it, when you don't do something, you do something else.
mm,
So it's like even in deciding I'm not going to make that choice, that is a decision.
yeah.
So it's like, but I agree though with Bianca that I think the things that I didn't do are the ones that haunt me a lot more too, or the ones that come back more, that resurface more. And to Shari's point, from what she said a little bit earlier, a lot of those of the didn't do's that resurface do have a lot to do with conversations that weren't had that should have been had,
Mm,
or things of that nature, for sure. In losing people and experiencing loss, those are the ones that come back a lot more for me too, because I just get reminded in little ways of
mm,
certain people that I've lost in my life. And so, like, those always come back to haunt me too. But going back to what I said about like the Frankenstein kind of theory of how we take our experiences and build who we are, do you guys think that some people actually like holding on to guilt because it gives them a sense of purpose or an identity in some kind of way? Like, woe is me because that's what I went through.
Mm-hmm.
mm.
Yep.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Why do you think some people do that?
I think because after a while, it becomes a comfort zone to rely on
Mm,
something so familiar that you know, have always felt. So it's like, why would I feel anything different? That's who you know me as. That's what you know, what I've been through. So why change that? It's acknowledging it and changing that would mean that I'd have to put myself in a new situation and take accountability for something else. Whereas if they are always holding on to those certain things, yes, it does become their identity. Yes, it becomes that comfortable zone for them to just stay in, and it's just something that they're familiar with. Nobody likes change.
mm.
Yeah, I think the victim complex is real.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I think people like to live in that because they want to play victim. Um,
Mm.
so yeah, I think people hold on to that for just to be able to do that.
Have y'all ever come
Especially
across
nowadays.
people that have that victim mentality?
What did you say?
Have y'all ever come across people with that victim mentality? How did y'all
Yeah.
address that?
I didn't. I'll be frank. Yeah, I didn't. I just because those again, sticking to our theme here, those types of people are energy vampires to
Mm,
me. And the people that live in the victim mentality of the woe is me and all this shit, like, I know people that have really been through some shit. And so for you to live in this zone of woe is me over like something that you could easily get past if you tried,
mhm.
if you made the effort. And I say that, but I also want to say, like, not to downplay anybody's feelings because people feel what they feel and
Definitely.
they're valid in whatever they may feel. But like to be around that energy for me is
Mhm.
difficult. It's difficult because I thrive around people who persevere. I thrive around that mentality of like, you know what? I don't give a fuck what I'm going through. I'm still going to get through this and I'm going to be a better person because of it. So, yeah, for me personally, I don't address those victims because I don't really want to be around that.
Yeah, and I think it's hard to maintain a relationship with them because it's like I can never have a bad day because you're always having a worse day, and it's always feeling like a competition because it's like, "Oh, well, you have that, we'll try doing like, we'll try this happening to you," whatever, whatever. It always feels like a competition, so it starts invalidating your own, experiences and feelings too, that it's just like, it's not worth it. It's always gonna be
Yeah.
a competition. To your point, everyone's always gonna have a sucky day or life or experience or something, but to
Yeah.
have someone who is always trying to one up you and having the worst situation, it starts invalidating your
Mhm.
experiences and feelings. So it's hard to maintain that type of friendship too.
Yeah, and from a friend perspective, like you can only do so much as a friend if that's the mentality that you're going to stay in.
Mhm.
It's like that saying like you can only help people that want to be helped.
Yeah.
And so at some point you're like, "All right, well what do you want me to do? What do you want me to say?" Because it's the same story just a different day.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
think a lot of times too, it's not always like the one up me part. I think it's more of the like the misery loves company part, right?
Hmm.
So they always want to tell you what's going bad in your life, and it's like, yeah, it's bad, but I'll wake up tomorrow and feel better about it. Like, like, stop trying to
Yeah.
keep me in that space and keep me down where you are because you want that company. I don't want to be a part of that crowd.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. Like my meds are working way too hard to be keeping up with it. I can't take it for the both of us.
Yeah. Man, going to through this same little kind of metaphor theme, do you guys think that we're haunted by people or by the versions of ourselves that we were around them? Like, is it that actual person? If it is a person that like that keeps coming back type situation, is it the actual person or is it the experience we had with them, who we were when we were with them, or whatever the case might be in those situations?
I think it's the emotion, whatever that emotion may be, the action, right? I don't think that it's so much the person because, and I mean, I don't think it's the person that haunts you. I think that it's whatever you were feeling, whatever emotion you got out of that situation that does the haunting. And that's why it constantly comes up because you could be getting that feeling with a totally different person. Like you could be in a relationship, and I'm not talking about being in a relationship, but have different relationships with people, but then still be triggered. But that's because
Mm,
it's the emotion that you're feeling. It's not so much the person.
yeah, you're like
That
it's almost like you're reliving whatever you went through,
yeah,
Mm.
the feeling wise,
yeah.
yeah.
So I think it's more of that. It's more of either the action or the emotion that you're experiencing that you're really haunted by.
Mm.
Yeah. I agree with you on that.
You think it's more the emotion.
Yeah.
Are you guys around a lot of people that are like that though, that like are different versions of themselves around different people?
I'm not anymore.
Not anymore. Yeah.
Mm. Okay, interesting. Why do you guys say not anymore?
For me, it was it was having to get rid of those people.
Mm.
For me, it's the I can't, like, be who you are, right? And I can't do a person who's gonna switch up. I don't want to be around Mr. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, right? Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to not know who I'm dealing with. And
Mm-hmm.
we step into a room with certain people, and I'm not saying like we all don't do that in certain situations, because you walk into
Right.
a corporate office, you're going to act differently than you probably do at home, right? To a certain
Mhm.
Right.
degree. I'm not talking
Right.
about that type of situation, but just being around people who I don't know what version of you I'm getting based on what's our location or
Yeah.
who's around.
Who's around? Yeah.
And
Around mainly. Yeah.
so for me, it's like I can't do that, because if you call yourself my true friend, I expect you to be who you are all the
Mhm.
time.
Yeah. To that point, like, yeah, you can have your work personality and your social personality and be
Hmm.
different, understandably so. For me, some of the people that I've hung out with in the past have had those switch ups, and it's like, okay, it's not that it's a work versus social personality, it is around people. And at that time, it's like we're young, we're trying to find ourselves. So who everyone is trying to find who they're most comfortable with. But when I am no longer recognizing what is your original personality, what is your true personality, and especially when some of those scenarios that were put in puts me as a target, I can't have
Mm.
that.
And see, and I think that's all about people really building their integrity, right?
Mhm.
It's not, because, like you said, you can your work personality and your home personality, but still, who are you at the core?
Mhm.
Right.
That's what matters the most.
Yeah, because in a professional setting, yes, I can be very professional and I can, hold myself to a different standard at my job, right? I may not speak as freely as I normally would outside of those four walls, but at the end of the day, I'm still me.
Hmm.
Yeah.
You're still going to get the same person in or out. You just might have a little more, sentence enhancer sprinkled up in there. But like, the way that I talk or the way that I act, it's gonna be the same in front of a friend, in front of a colleague, in front of, my husband, like
Right.
that in front of my family
Mhm.
members. Like, it's all core me at the end of the
Mhm.
day. But I have definitely been around some people that when I say they were chameleons, because it wasn't even necessarily that they were, like, a different version of themselves. I felt like they were a different person
I
altogether.
mean,
Like,
imposter
they
syndrome
would
is a real thing,
yeah,
but
like, they would
Yeah.
turn into the same personality of, like, the person that they were around.
oh, like a mimic.
Yeah, like,
Mm.
Yes.
and start to talk like them and act like yeah, I've been
Yes.
around that, and it is not okay.
And that shit is wild
It's
to me.
weird.
Like, it's concerning. Like, it's like, "Brian, think you need to go seek some help." Like, it's it's just it's like Split, you know?
Hmm.
Like, shout out to James McAvoy, who
Ah,
we didn't
love
marry
you.
last week.
Scary.
I'm just kidding. But yeah, like, it's very Split-ish there, and it freaks me out, but yeah, like, definitely around those people a lot.
Mm.
Um, so being that we talked about people and their different personalities that they might have around you, right? And then Bianca's conversation that made me mention, like, perception and stuff. Do you guys think it's scarier to be haunted by your own mind over something in the past? Or do you think it's scarier to be haunted by someone else's perception of something you did in the past that still haunts you?
What
I'm
was
gonna
the
say
first?
my own mind.
I was gonna say, I just want to make sure you said what you said. So I was like, wait,
Yeah, your own mind
yeah.
versus somebody else's perception of what you did to them or what actually happened.
I would, at this age, I would definitely say my own mind.
Mm,
Um, but I think when I was younger, I'd probably say someone's perception of me.
yeah,
Just,
as far as, like, what haunts you more,
yeah,
yeah.
because now I really could care less what someone thinks.
I don't give a
Yeah,
fuck.
basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's definitely your own mind.
Yeah, I think for me, It's my own mind because I still take value into people's perception of me. And so I'm
Mm.
very susceptible to that as well.
Well, if you think about it, especially from like a past situation type scenario, if someone perceives you in a certain way or their perception is telling you like, oh, you did this to me and this is who you are because I think that's what you did or that's how I perceive the situation, sometimes that can taint you more than what actually was really going on in a lot of situations. So I hear what you're saying with that, Bianca, as far as like other people's perceptions of situations, but I do agree with Shari on the fact that like for me it's my own regret. It's my own guilt that really fucking bores a hole into my mind.
Well, you say that, so I do want to ask, like, in terms of like regret, do you think that is a sign of maturity or just like emotional, like self punishment?
Mm. Mm.
Because you can always recognize it. So,
Yeah. I feel like it's a little bit of both. The self-punishment is a real thing for sure, especially if it's guilt you feel,
mhm.
right? Or regret. But yeah, it's a little bit of both for me.
What about you, Shari?
Yeah, I'd have to agree with T. I think it's definitely a little bit of both. It,
What about you, B?
I think it is a sign of maturity because you can recognize your decision and the consequences of it or lack of. Definitely, I've struggled with with the regret being more of a self punishment, just because one, the value that I put into those regrets and how much it has hindered me in the past. A lot of the times when I said there are things that haunt me, there are things that I regret, and it's moments that I didn't do, and continue. Like I still struggle with that. So punishment is like just I'm constantly reminding myself that I'm still doing it.
Mm.
what?
Do you guys think
Sure.
that some of this comes back to us though to like it's like the universe's way of repeating something to you until you finally fucking
Oh
get
fuck
it?
yeah! And I don't learn my fucking lessons clearly.
She didn't even have to say, "Oh, fuck
Fuck yeah.
yeah."
I don't learn my lesson for shit.
Yeah, like sometimes like just even just listening to us talk right now, I was like, is it just the universe's way, like these little hauntings that we have of our past? Is this just the universe's way of telling us, "Hey, remember the lesson that you
It's
learned,"
like,
or
okay,
remember
let's try this again. Roll it back.
yeah, you're reverting back. Hello.
Mhm.
Hi, remember me? Okay, so with that said, I'm gonna give you guys one last question, so before we wrap things up here, but do you guys think now having had this entire conversation that the past shows up as a coincidence, karma, or is it just fucking chaos?
The you said the past shows up. Like you're talking about living
Yeah,
those
like
moments.
just those in those moments. Do you think it's a coincidence? Do you think it's karma because of something else you might have going on? Or do you think it's just a universe's way of being chaotic? Oh, sorry. I'm over here punching shit.
I think it's just the universe's reminder, like you just said. I think it's the constant reminder, and I think it's the constant reminder for us to do the work,
Mm.
Mm,
right?
Ooh,
To
like
do
that
the
one.
work, to heal,
yeah.
to process. Because I think that if you deal with it and you face it and you heal, truly heal from it, not talking about, oh, I'm healing from it, truly heal from it, I think we can get past it. And I think you
Mhm.
don't, that feeling is no longer a gut wrenching feeling, right? It's more of a sigh feeling because like I've dealt with that and I
Yeah.
know I can get past this. I know I can face whatever is happening now head on because I know I can get through it.
Mm.
So I
Yeah.
think it's more of that.
You like punched me in the gut when you said that like
It's the reminder to do the work.
Yeah. Because fuck, I'm tired. I'm tired of doing the work.
Is it because you're doing the same work? What did they
Maybe.
say? It's like no one's what is it? The fool's only a fool because they do the same thing over and over again and expecting a different outcome. So
Yeah, the
it's like if
definition of
you keep doing the
insanity.
work, but you're doing the
Exactly.
same work. So yeah, it seems like
Which means you're not
all the time.
finishing the work. You're not
Exactly.
completing the work.
I'm tired. I don't want to do it anymore.
Real quick, Becky on Facebook said it's a coincidence and chaotic. And then on YouTube, Gabe said it's the universal test.
Mm.
Mhm.
I'm tired of being tested. Fuck.
Well, fucking pass. I don't know what to tell you.
I've always been a bad test taker. No, I'm just kidding.
Very bad.
Man. No, honestly, you guys gave me a lot to think about. I'm not gonna lie to you right now because it just puts some things into perspective of like the work I have to do or the work I'm trying not to do sometimes,
Mhm.
and just making sure that
But
we're
we have to
prioritizing.
ask ourselves, right? Is it easier to not do the work and constantly be haunted? Or is it easier to just do the work?
No to both. No, just kidding.
Fill in both
No,
bubbles.
I mean, it's definitely easier, I think, to not do the work. I
And be
think doing the
haunted?
work is a lot harder and continue being haunted. I think that's
Again,
easier.
because it starts becoming familiar, so you get used to it, so
Yeah.
then you accept it.
Mhm. Yeah, I think that's definitely easier. Is it the right thing to do? No.
Okay.
And I'm glad we
I think
recognize that.
We got
Growth.
work to do, ladies.
we got some splaining to do. We do definitely got some work to do, but shout out to everyone who is listening and participating with us. We appreciate you guys. If you guys haven't had a chance to go find us on all of our social media pages, Bianca's going to tell you guys how you can find us and subscribe to us right now.
Roll the tape. If you have not already, then you can follow, like, and subscribe to us on our social media. That's Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at It's No Secret Podcast, and our TikTok at It's No Secret Podcast Live. And if you can't join us for our live stream on Wednesdays, then you can definitely listen to us on our audio. That's Spotify and Apple Podcasts. And don't forget, if you are more of a visual person, you can always rewatch our episodes on YouTube at It's No Secret Podcast.
Yep, that's where.
And remember, until next week, guys, do the work. It's no secret.
I don't
Bye.
wanna.